Join our Friday and Saturday Zooms for 3 hours of hands-on AHK teaching and support. Get unstuck and level up in real time. Our club's Telegram crew is all about collaboration and friendships. See how others tackle AHK challenges and feel the group energy.
Okay, let's hear the question, Harry.
Okay. I'm can I share my screen on this or?
Sure.
Okay. Let's get the chat out. The problem is I have a website that has an input composition box for text, and I lose, here it is. Okay. So see this, where my cursor is, this box where you type in stuff.
Yes.
I need to use that to respond to posts and make my own posts, but it does not save intermediate versions. So I wanted to use AutoHotkey to save every minute or every 30 seconds what's in here. And
Okay.
I thought that would be pretty easy to do with SetTimer.
Well, I would say, first of all, let's check that you don't have permission settings set to this website. The browser, you need to give it permissions to some websites to save stuff in your computer. By default, you have that, but if you probably change that setting, it might not save. Now, if it doesn't do it anyways, yeah, we can rely on a hotkey, but I wouldn't say it is easy because this is a web browser. So getting the text out of the web browser might be a little bit tricky unless you don't mind. And that's the problem. If I have a SetTimer that does Control+A and copy, it would be a problem because if you're typing, it will. What I could do, you know what? Now that I think about it, there is a way that is probably easy. Instead of a SetTimer, we could wait until you stop typing. So I will have a SetTimer, but I will check if your keyboard is idle for X amount of time. And if you're not typing for 300 milliseconds, 500 milliseconds, then I would just go ahead and copy because I know that you're not typing. Maybe.
Yeah, unless I start again. Now, it does save. What I thought of doing before the timer was every time I hit a period, which would mean the end of the sentence, it would do the save then. And
I see there,
worked.
Like draft saved locally. Yeah.
That worked, except I found that I was doing things like this and this, and it was having a lot of problems. Also, get mouse position or mouse get position was not actually working too well. So I couldn't get I used Control+A, which was annoying because it shows what's going on. So there was a way, artificial intelligence said that there is code for AutoHotkey get text and control get text.
Yeah, but that usually works on other normal
not
tools.
On web pages.
Not on a web
couldn't
page,
get it
right?
to work.
No, that's not going to work there.
Could you use UIA and like get value of that box and just keep saving that value of that box every?
Awesome.
You can have a timer, just get this value, and just get the text in that value, right? I mean that box, right?
How would you do that?
Well, and here's the thing, Harry. We could probably pretty quickly give you code that would do it. I don't think you'd be necessarily understanding the code, but that's probably okay.
Yeah, that's probably okay.
You just want to be able to run it. Now, I think you mentioned you're using V1, right?
Yes, 1.1, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
So for this, the reason why we don't usually normally go straight into UIA is because it's very hard to fix once there is a problem. I don't think this page is going to have that issue, but let me ask you this, Harry, because I'm a little bit confused about something. Mm-hmm. It says that there's a draft saved locally, so they do save drafts.
Yeah, but you know what that means? The programmer did this to put it into the cookies. and you can't get it out. I don't know how to get it out, and he didn't know how to get it out. What it's supposed to do is
No.
if you go away and come
Uh-huh.
back, it's supposed to reload it. But I've
Yes.
lost 8 posts.
Okay.
The other thing, Harry, what I was going to tell you, what I typically do is I go write everything in Word and then I go copy and paste it.
Paste.
Yeah, that's what people tell me to do. But the thing is, I'm reading something, and I say,
And then you want
"Oh,
to.
yeah, I got to put in a comment here." So I could do that.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
well-
yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Don't worry. We know that your workflow is that one. We were just going through other ways because, again, UIA, especially in V1, tricky subject, very hard. It would take us a few minutes at best, right? But
Mhm.
I can write the set timer for you now. The
Mhm.
set timer checks if you're typing. If you're typing, we're not going to do anything.
Right.
Mhm.
But if you wait 1 second
Mhm.
and you're not typing,
Mhm.
then I will grab everything, copy it, and
Okay, but how
move
are you
back
going to
to-
grab it? Are you going to do Control+A?
I can just send Control+A. Exactly. I'm going to say Control+A to select everything, Control+C to copy, and then End to move the cursor to the end again so that you don't notice the problem, right? And especially if you're not there, that's it. And now, how do I keep that from copying every second if you're not in the computer? Let's say that you stand up from your computer and go away.
Yeah,
Do I want it copying every single second?
right.
I don't think so. What I
Right.
could do is, well, if I copied it, right, let's not copy again for X amount of time. But again, I don't think,
No,
let's do
no,
the
you
easy
should
one and you
compare-
figure out that one later on.
You
All right.
should compare the last save to the present state, and if it's equal, then
Yeah, but for that, I have to copy. So there's no point in checking if I have to copy anyways, right?
So there's no way to get. I mean, I was told by artificial intelligence that I could go to the DOM of the website or the
Again,
COM.
yeah, that you're going into a very complex topic
Yeah,
that sounds easy
yeah.
for AI,
Well,
Yeah.
but the problem is it's not
Actually-
as simple.
one second, Harry. Let's back up a step in that. Now, this is a dumb answer, right? But do you happen to know, can you use IE to load your site?
Sure.
Because if you can, IE actually connects to the DOM really easily. And that
Alright,
was where
yeah,
Isaiah's
sure.
saying is like, connecting to the DOM is unfortunately very difficult once we got rid of IE. But if IE still loads it, you actually can,
Now you mean IE, not Edge.
correct.
All right, so I'll have to go get an old IE.
If you, I don't know if you even can anymore, honestly. Like, but it was, I was doing it and I didn't know what I was doing. And I was connecting the DOM with IE and easily doing things.
Uh-huh.
The other option is auto control is an extension that will give you
Yeah, that
access.
one.
And with
Yeah.
JavaScript, we could do what kind of inadvertently what David was talking about using UIA to connect to that element. UIA is
Right.
fragile when it comes to that kind of stuff. It still might work reliably, but the DOM is absolutely, for us, that's the way we would go. Like, oh my God, I'll use something to connect to the DOM. Now, alternatively, Irfan could probably use Refinement, and then you'd have to use Refinement to launch it, but then we could easily do it as well, right?
That's right.
And
So
if
let
that-
me do this. I will just enable create something with a set timer. So at least I can give you something, and it is a good topic, anyways, right? Oh shoot, that's not what I meant. But well, whatever. Here.
I had another way of doing it, which was to copy every keystroke into,
yeah,
but then you got your backspaces.
yeah. A keylogger.
No, you know what?
Yeah.
You see what they did, which is like every time you press the period, it actually kind of like saved. We can do that in AutoHotkey,
Yeah.
which is basically.
Yeah, I did that, but it was awkward, as they say. And then I
Why?
thought it'd go to, when I hit enter for a new paragraph, it could do it.
Right. So you could capture those two, copy
Yeah.
the code, and then move the cursor to the end. Because if
Yeah.
you don't move the cursor to the end, because if you do Control+A, you copy, but if you don't move the cursor, then if you start typing, it would delete everything. You don't want that. You want to move the cursor at the end.
Yeah, how do
so that
you
don't-
release this selection?
Again, I just hit the end key, and that puts the cursor at the end of whatever I have.
And
So-
maybe then mouse get position would have the right. If I stored that, I could click on that is because I'm not always at the end. I go back to edit previous
Right.
text.
So if you're there, okay. Well, so if you're in the middle
Mhm.
and that copies, now if I hit end, it would put me at the end of the text.
Yeah,
and
but
probably
maybe
that's
it
not
can
what I
go
want.
back. It can go back. Maybe.
Yeah, that one is a little bit trickier there. And actually, even if with the solution that I was thinking of, that would be the same problem. If you're in the middle of the text and you do Control+A, yeah, how do I know? Well, one of the things is, well, in B2, we have a cursor, what was it?
A correct position.
Correct position, right? X, is it?
No, it's,
No.
it's kind of a caret X or a caret something like that.
No, let me look at it.
So you think mouse get position is just not reliable enough?
No,
No.
get correct position.
No. A caret X and A caret Y. So this is what we have in V1, okay? So
Yeah.
in V1, the problem with this, and again, this is still not very reliable because what happens here is, oh, I'm doing this here. I'm so used to it now. You see, it's empty. So I press F1, it should get me the position of the X and Y position of the caret. In some programs, like this one, it gives me the correct position. But in a browser, which is the problem that we're saying, you are in a browser. Browsers are crazy. Yeah, there is no correct position in a browser. You see?
Oh, I get it.
So that's the problem. And the main problem here is we could, again, do some JavaScript because the JavaScript allows me to capture the location of where the end position of the caret is and so on. But that's more complex.
All right, I got
So-
two other ideas. Is
Go
there a
ahead.
way to freeze the screen while you do stuff in AutoHotkey? Is there a freeze? You know, don't update the display until I release you. Is there a command like that?
I'm not sure how that would help, or what do you mean by that? I'm sorry.
Well, we would freeze the display, then do the Control+A and the copy, and then unfreeze it, and it would go back to like. I
No,
think it
so
would
so
go-
again, we're having the problem there that as soon as I do Control+A, the selection of my text is going to change. And now you lost where you were in the
Yeah,
text.
all right, then my other idea is before it does Control+A, it copies a small segment of surrounding text and
Okay.
uses that to find that and get back to it.
Kind of. Okay, I think I understand more or less where you're going. Instead of me doing the end, so I could do this. Let me show you. I think that could be possible. So if I'm here in the middle of the string, okay, so I'm in the middle here,
Mm-hmm.
I could do shift home, Control Shift Home. It copies the first top half.
Yeah.
I put it in a variable as the top half, and then I do Control Shift End, and that copies the
Well, or
bottom part of it.
grab it all.
And then I just hit back, and now I stay where I was. I could do that, and then the two parts, the top part and the bottom part, I just merge them into one thing and save that. That's an interesting way to go about
That is
it.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
so let's try that.
I didn't
We
know
have
there
like
was a
5
back.
minutes.
What's back?
You will see. So don't worry. So
Okay.
let me try this. So I'm gonna have a timer. It checks. Oh no, let's do the function first. So the function is copy, save, post, whatever it is, right? So the post would do first of all check if a idle keyboard. Okay, so I'm checking if the time that the keyboard is idle is less than, let's say, a second, We could do that. Then we're gonna stop. I don't want to do anything there
Right.
because
Right.
I want to do it only when it is actually idle.
Mhm.
Then, if it is not idle,
Mhm.
so that, sorry, if it is idle for more than a second, then I will do my thing. So my thing is, I will send. I will send, and this is actually AutoHotkey V1. So it would send Control-Shift home, and then let's add a little bit of a sleep now for now. Let's add it small here, and then we're gonna send Control-C here. Let's do this. Let's have a backup, Alt clipboard, clipboard all. So I have that. Let's clean the clipboard. So we're gonna clean up the clipboard for now.
Right.
We're gonna copy and clip weight now. Let's say 1. So we're gonna wait until the clipboard has something in it, right? Now that it has, I'm gonna call this the top text. So that's gonna be my clipboard. And in AutoHotkey V1, if error level or something, this is where we're gonna handle if the clipboard couldn't be copied. And we can clipboard equals old clip. So we restore the clipboard there. Now I have my top text. Now, after I have that, then I will send, well, I will just do the same thing. And actually, David, I don't know if you're there, but this is where I say, I don't want to type the whole thing. I just grab this, duplicate it, put it down here, and I just have to change the home to end. So now I have this to copy now. And this, again, the same clipboard weight here. And because I'm doing that, let's, before doing this, empty the clipboard again, right? So we empty the clipboard, copy, wait for it. And now I have the bottom text, clipboard. And now we are done. So I will wait a little bit for, no, I don't have to wait. I just, clipboard is the old clip. So we restore our clipboard. And now we have the top text, full text equals top text, a new line, and bottom text. So that's my full text. And basically, now I can do whatever I want, save it in a file or whatever. For now, let's just message box it. Full text. I think you understood more or less the concept of what I'm trying to do here, right?
Except for the final step.
The final step down here is, are you talking about this part?
No, what comes next, where you put it back into the, or you don't have to, where will your cursor be, your caret at that point?
No, so I don't have to move the caret now. Oh, I can just do the send. So after I do this, I wait, and then I have a send, Control+C, and then left. This left right here, after I press Control+C, this selects everything up to the end of my text. This says Control+C, and then it moves the caret to the left. It leaves it exactly where it was before. You will see in a second, but that's it. So let's see if this actually works with a hotkey, save post, and let's just save this as copy.hk. Let's then run it. We're missing a % quote here.
And you need a browser to try it in.
No, the problem here is VS Code. This thing is just so annoying. I have to close it, reopen it. No, it's just that
the percents work.
V1. There we go. There we go. So now I have it. Here's where I am. Let me see if this works. So I have to wait a little bit. My keyboard should not be in use. And then when I hit F1, I don't even know if it did something. No, there should be a message box somewhere.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's see. Message box copying. Let's see. Message box copying. Let's reload this guy. Okay, it is
When
there.
you do Control-Shift-Home, the caret moves to the home position. And I'm not sure how you're getting it back to where it was.
Yeah, I will show you in a second.
All right.
Okay, copying. There it is. Yep, there it is.
Ah.
So let me show you. Let me remove the hotkey now. Let me the message box.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's run it. Yes, it's running. So now, if I paste, what I have in my clipboard is this save post, right?
Yes.
Now, if I go here, get myself in the middle of the text,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Right there, when I hit F1, it copies up, down, and goes back. And notice how the message box has everything I wanted, right?
Yeah.
It does have a new line there that I don't want.
You
So
put
we're gonna
that
fix
in.
that in a second.
Yeah.
But then if I paste again, I'm not pasting that. So I have what I had on my clipboard beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm
You
not messing
restored
with the
it.
clipboard.
You
All right.
restored it.
So-
Right.
So here, I'm just gonna remove this new line
Mhm.
because that's the one that is adding a new line that I don't need.
Right.
Let's rerun it. Okay. And now it should be exactly the text that I have. So F1 copies, there you go. That is my text. And when I hit OK, notice that the cursor
Yeah.
is exactly in the middle. The reason for that, as I mentioned, is Control-Shift-Home copies that way.
Yeah.
Control-Shift-End goes this way. But when I do left, it just keeps the
Ah,
right. So
I
that
see
left
what you mean.
right here, it just puts the cursor right where it was. So I'm going to send you
Oh,
this code
so-
on the Hero group. You can modify it later on. This part was not working as I hoped. I think it is because of that I have to force an expression there. That's probably it. Remember, we are in V1. So V1 is
You-
really annoying with the expressions. So let me just wait a little bit. Let me wait until the keyboard is not in use. Now I can click around. Clicking is okay because that doesn't mess with that
Yeah.
time. But
Can-
now, no, it
Let me
doesn't work.
suggest
not doing
something. I don't think you need the wait at all. I think if you do sound beep, it'll let me know that a save is coming in 1 second. I'll just stop typing.
sorry, you're saying,
So when the timer gets to 59 seconds, do sound beep. And so give me a little beep, and I'll just stop typing at that point and wait for it to do its thing and then resume typing.
that's very interesting. Okay. You can work on that. I'm just going to give you this code for now. I'm just
Okay.
testing because we don't have much time. We already went
Yeah.
over it.
Right.
But notice how this is 0 right here.
Yeah.
That means that variable right here is not working as I'm thinking. I will have to take a look at that item idle, I think. Is that like yeah, so there it is. Idle physical. Let's do this. Let me just try this. I think for the keyboard one, you see the keyboard one here?
Yeah.
You need to have the keyboard hook installed in your script.
I
So
do have. I think I have that.
Yeah, and that's something that it is very easy. Like if you have a hotkey that has the $sign, it already installs it automatically. And there is a command that you can say install keyboard hook at the top of your script.
Yeah.
And it also
I have that.
right. So this again, this part right here is the one that is not working. But in your case, again, you can figure it out to make it so that it is not dependent on that. I'll have to see why in V1 is doing that.
Yeah, but you've solved the problem. So this is
Mainly,
great.
this is the part, this would be the part, yeah. Now, if you want, again, as I mentioned before, you can actually have a hotkey that does that, or the period. You know, you can send the period and it right away saves the post. So
Mhm.
now, let me close this, this part right here. Now, whenever I'm typing, if I hit the period, it just does that, and I just have it. And then I'm
Yeah.
here, and I just period, and it just copies, right? So you can have that and the enter key. So you can have remember, you have to put the tilde there so that the period can be sent.
No, I
And
didn't have
also-
to do it. For strangely, I didn't have to escape it in 1.1.
I'm not escaping, but you do need the tilde. If not, you will not be able to type a period anymore. Because every time you type
Oh,
the period,
I
it will
did
save the
send.
code.
After it, I did send period.
Oh, okay, that's it. Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
All right. But the other thing is, I would definitely put this in a hot if. So if you have a hot if,
With-
uh,
Yeah.
so
Well,
how do we do that in B1?
I don't know how
If win active, if win active
Yes.
is how we do it.
Yes.
Like so
right.
if win active, you put a win active thing in there so that this
Yes.
hotkey only works in that. So I was gonna leave it like that so that you can modify it from there.
Yes.
But this was a very interesting topic overall. Sorry that guys that we had to go over a little bit.
Yeah, let me share my screen real quick too, and maybe we'll make a little edits on this. But I took a different route. So I'm in an edit field. I'm going to hit this, which sets my focus. Now, let's say when I hit F2, it goes and grabs it using JavaScript, because this is a bookmark
Yes.
using
That's
JavaScript.
another way.
Right. So I'll let Isaias review this thing. Oops.
Yeah.
Not that it's I'll let
Now, could that be Python instead of JavaScript, or does that have to?
up here. Yeah, this is directly in running. I don't think so, right, Isaias?
No, not Python. Not like that. Python will have the same issue as AutoHotkey.
Oh.
That it needs to access the browser. Unless Python, which I definitely think it would, have some sort of libraries to handle browsers
Oh,
better than
uh-huh.
AutoHotkey at this point. But
Yeah, but this you just create a bookmarklet and then you that
you
is
just click on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just sent the code there on the Hero group if you want to take a
Are
look
you
at
in
it.
Telegram, Harry? I don't remember if you're in Telegram.
I am. I'm in it, and
Let
I
me send
have.
it. Let me
I think I
send
have
it here
open.
just in case as well. I just sent it in the Zoom meeting.
Let me see
just
what
in case.
Telegram. Oh, you might also want to make sure you use coord mode.
Oh, no,
there it is.
That was
Isaias.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
before,
That's great. I'm going to copy that right now.
before you were talking about how your mouse sending the clicks didn't work, and that was what that context, the chord mode, is about. Of just make sure if you were doing that approach.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's
Yes.
relevant anymore, but that's probably why it didn't work. Your mouse
Right.
clicking and stuff is you got to set the chord mode.
Okay.
All righty.
Probably not relevant anymore.
Very
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Thanks, Harry. That was very interesting.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you, guys. I mean, you just knocked out a solution like that. I've been working on this about 5 hours so far.
Oh man. All right. There you go.
All right. Thank you.
Have a
All
good
right, guys.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Pretty easy.
Grab 25% off all our AHK goodies, courses, scripts, and custom work so you save cash while building your toolkit like a boss. Explore our huge library of 466 plus hours of recorded AHK tutorials. Watch, rewind, and master tricks at your own pace.